Today we'll be installing this Feit porch light. This light comes in a pack of 2 on Amazon for $68. The Amazon ratings are good, but strangely when you click on the ratings, it's for a different light. So stay tuned, and at the end of this video, I'll give my thoughts after a couple weeks of use. So as you can see from our box, this was purchased from a yard sale for $15, pretty good deal, but lucky for me, it was a family member freebie because they need 2 instead of this one. I purchased them a similar set with a really cool feature, so be sure to subscribe to see that video. This yard sale gem does appear to be brand new with the instructions and should include all these items listed here. However, it appears we're missing the crossbars, a set of screws, and the decorative nuts, so we're going to have to make this work. According to Angie's List, if you hire this project out, you can expect to pay between $75 and $250. Here's the light we'll be replacing. It's a motion light and it's been up there for a while. One thing I don't like about having a motion light as your main porch light is if it comes on for motion, for example, someone's on your porch, but you don't get there fast enough, it turns off. In those cases, you have no idea what or who's outside. The screws holding this light in have to be the longest screws you can possibly get for this application, but since we are missing screws in our new light, I have a feeling we're going to be using these again. And this is what we'll be working with. I'm using a non-contact sensor here to see if there's any power. I've got the switch off to the light, so I know there's not, but better safe than sorry. If you're trying this project at home and do not feel comfortable around electricity, you can flip the breaker that goes to the light, as well as the switch, or even to the whole house if you want to eliminate electrocution as even a possibility. I used to be a house breaker flipper, so no shame in that. Even knowing I have the power off and have tested it with a non-contact sensor, I still treat these wires as live and do not touch them. It's good practice for the DIYer that's not professionally trained in the dark arts of electricity. Since the spider was using this box as his kill room, we'll put this shop back to work. This is one negative of not caulking around your covered outdoor fixtures. Bugs will find a way in. The wires on the new fixture did come pre-stripped, but I need a little more exposed than they provided. We want to make sure we have enough for a good connection. The shape of this fixture allows it to perfectly sit on top of a 6-foot ladder and allow me to connect the wires. Usually this is one of the most frustrating parts of installing a light, as you're trying to hold the light and get the wire nut securely installed at the same time. Here you want to make sure that you're turning those wires clockwise, because it's the same way your wire nut's going on. If you do it counterclockwise, then try to tighten on your wire nut, you're going to unravel the connection that you already made. Once I get those wires connected and that wire nut on, I give both wires a tug, just a little pull test to make sure they're in there securely. I always check and double check the wire connections. I'd rather it come loose now than when I'm trying to put it back in the box and not notice it. The missing crossbars, screws, and nuts would have come in handy here. We've got to use our old screws and screw it directly into the box. However, the box holes and the mounting holes in the light do not line up, so one screw is going in at an angle. The crossbars would have allowed the screws to line up just right, not to mention allow us to cover the screws with the decorative nuts. But for free, I'm not going to complain. Once I get rid of the arthritis from screwing in these 10-foot screws, I may decide to back them out and paint them. More than likely, no one's ever going to notice, except for me and you, but I think it's fine. Now let's screw in this fancy light and see if this thing even works. Alright, it does work awesome. I think this thing looks good. But one bad thing about those screw holes not lining up is it's slightly cocked to one side. Again, not something many will notice, but that's the struggle that comes along with free 99. So now we're 3 weeks removed from installing this light. A cool feature I like is the dusk till dawn feature. This allows you to leave the power on and it'll stay off during the day. As soon as it gets dusk, it turns on. The one thing I don't like about that feature is it's too bright to stay on all night, and this can't be good for the bulb. The lights I'll install in a future video address that concern, so subscribe to see that. Overall, I like the look of this light a lot, and I would recommend if only having the dusk till dawn feature meets your needs. Another struggle I ran up against was the caulk or not to caulk. Ultimately, I decided not to caulk as it would have been hard to keep a clean caulk line on that brick. It should be okay since it's on a covered porch, but anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if so, please leave a comment down below and let me know what you think about these Feit lights.